into my little cabbie. What do you think of my studio?
It's fantastic. It's the first time I'm interviewed in a cab.
That's wonderful. But this isn't your first trip to Johannesburg. I'm interested to learn about your impressions of the city of Johannesburg.
I've been here 3 times actually. I came here the first time because I was doing a documentary. The documentary was about a piece of archive footage that I found from 1945, and it's showing people arriving in my hometown. They were survivors from the concentration camps, and you can see in that archive footage some people that became very interesting for me. For instance, a little girl, and that little girl, we found out that she lived in Johannesburg.
That's amazing.
So that's why I came to Johannesburg. And I have to admit, it was quite tough to come here the first time. I just saw gated communities,
When
walls.
was that? What year?
That was in 2009 or 10.
Okay.
But then I've been showed a lot of other parts of Johannesburg.
I suppose that's because of your schedule as well. You have limited time.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I was invited to go to Soweto and so on. So it's growing on me, Johannesburg, but it's not as an open city as the cities in Sweden.
Okay.
It's more spread out.
Yeah, we like to think Joburg is work in progress, constantly work in progress. But
I have to say, I love the people in Johannesburg.
Wonderful. I'm so glad to hear that. I want to talk to you about your purpose that's linked to your previous visits around this documentary, this incredible documentary that you've produced. Tell us about this visit.
Yes, I'm here to screen this documentary. It's called Harbour of Hope. And it's, as I said, it's about these people arriving to Sweden in 1945, these concentration camp survivors. And because Irene, who lives in Johannesburg today, that she has a big part of the film, of course we need to screen the film in South Africa. We've been waiting for it for so many years.
So what held you back from screening it in South Africa?
It's because it's I don't know actually, but it's hard to get your films out in the world, of course. So, but now someone was able to work with the screenings and taking care of them. So now I'm going to screen tonight in Johannesburg and then in Durban and then in Cape Town. So it's so exciting for me because I haven't been to Durban or Cape Town.
Yeah. Now this documentary is about liberation. It's not really about a story about somebody that suffered very tremendously while she was at a concentration camp. Her story begins when she's released, and
that's true. That's true.
But still, there's a large audience for movies in general around the Jewish Holocaust.
Absolutely, it is, and it's produced all the time. And I think it's necessary that we keep the memories alive about what the Holocaust is. But in this case, I think it's not just a film about Jewish survivors. To me, it's about refugees coming from the war. It has something to say about how it is today as well. It could be about refugees coming from Syria, for instance, all with horrible war experiences.
Yeah.
So
I suppose the underlying message is, to draw attention to what happens when intolerance breeds intolerance.
That's true, and we that live in the more privileged societies, as I do, we have to in a way take our responsibilities. I mean, we have to realize that we are privileged and we have to do something.
We're very privileged in South Africa as well. We have a very strong democracy, and there's freedom of religion, freedom of expression. We have our own issues, no doubt about that, but it's something to applaud, freedom.
Absolutely, and with freedom and democracy it comes responsibility as well. So my film is about the importance of the helping hand. When suddenly, if you have, like in my hometown in 1945, you have 30,000 survivors from the war standing in the harbor waiting for something to happen, to start a new life. So, and that's happening all over the world as well.